Hi guys, it's Beth and welcome back to my channel and welcome to August. Today is August 1st and so it is my monthly update for the Crafty Goals collab with Amalia. And again, if you're new, this is just a collaboration we do monthly where at the beginning of the year a group of us set some crafty goals for ourselves, and then we shared our goals with everyone and we're sharing our progress each month. It's just kind of to help motivate others and to hold ourselves accountable. So today I'm in a little bit different spot. I'm actually on our back porch right outside my craft room. It's right behind me here. It's a really rainy, gloomy, cool day for August 1st, and because it's so gloomy and dark, I didn't have some of the natural light I rely on for this type of camera angle in my craft room. So this back porch is my second favorite place in our house, since my craft room would be my favorite. You might hear our accidental rooster, Mr. Tally-Roo, crowing in the background. I hear rain on the roof and the wind rustling. It's like, this is my favorite place. It's screened in and it's a place I can come and retreat and just enjoy. So anyway, grab some coffee and we can talk a little bit about my goals and progress, and then all the other participants in the collaboration are listed in the description box below, so please be sure to check them out as well. So many of you may know that July was Christmas in July for me. I chose a theme and I had a lot of fun with it. I don't know that I've really focused on Christmas crafting other than like in the fall, gearing up to the holiday season. And so it was really nice. It was like a relaxing Christmas crafting. I didn't feel the rush that I normally do. I got to enjoy some of the projects and like think about them, and it was really nice, and it's probably something that I will definitely do more. I see why people do it, you know, why so many people decide to do it in summer, and it is a nice change of pace. Sometimes I feel restricted by holiday crafting just because, you know, it is what it is. It's that holiday. You don't have the freedom of doing like other themes or sentiments. But then when I'm doing non-holiday crafting, it almost gets hard. Like you don't have that same focus that you do with the holiday crafting. So anyway, it's just nice to have a mix. So Christmas in July went really well. I feel like it was a really productive month. And I will share all my stats with you here in a bit. And since it was so fun, I have decided to try and continue the theme, or to continue going along with the theme for the next few months. So August, I'm trying to decide if I want to just do fall or if I want to focus on Halloween first and then come back and do fall. If you guys have any preferences, let me know. I do have one 6x6 pad that's Christmas winter themed that I am working on finishing up for the Smash That Small pad collab that I'm in with Deb Hogg's Crafty Cottage. And then after that, like, I can go to fall, like kind of across the board, fall or Halloween. So yeah, let me know if you guys have a preference of what you want to see next, you know, fall or Halloween. And my girls started back to school this past Thursday, so they had 2 days this week they were in school, and then they got a weekend break, which was really nice. Just a little bit about that. I was nervous to send the girls back, but they really wanted to go back. They wanted to see their teachers and their friends. We have an amazing school with amazing staff, and they have, you know, obviously some good friends that a few they've got to see a little bit over the summer, even if not in person, through web chats, things like that. But not only did they really want to go back, but I felt that they would do better with in-person learning. We did have an option to do like an e-learning at home, and it was supposed to be a little more structured than what it was in the spring. But I have a feeling that they're going to end up being back home at some point anyway. just with the virus and the trends and the predicted second wave. And so I wanted to let them start, like kind of get established, get a good base to start with at the beginning of the year. And then that way, if they do come home, they at least have that, foundation to start from. We contemplated homeschooling, like true homeschooling. But I don't know that that's something that we would want to continue, and I didn't want to invest a ton of time and energy, not necessarily money. It would just be basically curriculum that I would probably purchase because I'm not a teacher. I'm not equipped to kind of come up with that on my own necessarily, the whole thing. But I just decided that it was going to be too much just to do for a year. If it was something we were considering had been considering doing anyway, then this might have been a great place to jump on and start. But so anyway, long story, my girls are back in school and things are going really well. And those first 2 days that they were back in they had great days, and they were great days for me as well. I got a lot done. I was able to get a lot done this summer. It was just with interruptions. You're working on something and there's a, Mom, can you tie this for me? Or can you help me put shoes on this doll? Or the arguments, or just whatever, mom stuff, which is my primary job. But it was nice to be able to focus and kind of get back into a work routine and just be productive. So that's where I'm at right now. That's what I have going on. And I'd love to know if you guys have kids going back to school, or if any of you have decided, if you have school-age kids, if you decided to keep them out for either homeschooling or e-learning. Love to hear all that. I know that's a hot topic right now for a lot of people, and I know a lot of states are still trying to figure out what they're going to do about school. So we are very lucky. After what I've heard from, posting my back to school pictures on Facebook or on social media, there's a lot of people who have commented about how it's going in their state or their school system, and I am very blessed to be where we are. Our administrators and our school system, and even our whole county really seems to have a really great plan in place, that they thought about a lot of these things ahead of time. They were ready to roll. And I'm happy to be where we are. I just hope that they're also ready to change, as things change. So anyway, that's how I'm doing. That's what's going on in the rest of my world. And now we can jump into the stats and what I've done this past month and what I hope to accomplish in August. Okay, so here are the stats for July. I know you can't necessarily read this, but my very first goal is to use up at least one paper pad, one 12 by 12, well, I guess I should say one paper pattern collection per month. I try to do at least one 12 by 12 and a 6 by 6, but this month I actually used 3. I had the 6 by 6 pad from Cosmo Cricket Jolly by Golly that I used for the Smash That Small Paper Pad collab I'm in. And then I did finish the 12 by 12 pad, Hope and Faith, towards the end of the month. I still have my final wrap up video to come for that one. And then in the little time that was left between the Hope and Faith and the end of July, I also finished off the I Love Christmas collection, designed by Lori Whitlock for Echo Park. So that was a good month for me in that area. Goal number 2 is to use up at least one embellishment each month, and this month I used 4. I had a skein of embroidery floss, and then 2 vinyl stickers that I had made using scrap vinyl, and then some circles that I had used as embellishments from scrap vinyl as well. Goal number 3 is to complete at least 5 personal scrapbook pages each month, and these are for my album and my daughter's albums, and this month I did 12. So they're all Christmas themed except for my Scrapping for Less design team project that I did So not as many as I had in past months, but you only have so many Christmas pictures that you can scrap. So I'm fine with that. Make Christmas cards. We make at least 10 Christmas cards is goal number 4, and this relates to the 10 on the 10th collab that I'm in, where we make Christmas cards throughout the year. And this is hosted by Metal Scrap and Chick. And this month I made 24 cards, and I was using the Hope and Faith pad. Goal number 5 is to use up at least 1 sticker sheet each month, and this relates to the Stick Your Side of Crafting collab hosted by Deb Hauk. And this month I used 4. So I shared 3 in my Stick Your Side of Crafting video, and then I ended up also finishing off a small sheet of planner stickers. So I'm going to count that. Goal number 6 is to clean my craft studio at least once throughout the month, and you can see there is a total blank there. I cleaned it really well in June and then just didn't clean in July, so need to get back on that wagon in August. Goal number 7 is to use up at least 1 upcycle item from my stash. So upcycle items are maybe wooden plaque or a wooden embellishment of some sort that I may have picked up at a garage sale or a thrift store that I want to like decorate up, or it could be just some things that I could turn into a craft show project, like post-it pads, things like that, or just like other pieces, tins, notebooks, things like that that I've picked up that I thought, oh, you know, I could totally create a project with this, and I just have a cabinet for those. So I did not do any of that. I did not use any of those this month. Goal number 8, I've already completed for the year. That was to figure out how to store and organize my daughter's craft supplies in my room. Goal number 9 is to finish scrapping 2012 and 13 pictures by the end of 2020. So I already finished 2012 at the end of June, and then in July I did 11 more 2013 pages. So I barely made a dent in 2013, but goal number 10 is to work on developing kits to help use up my papers and supplies, and these would be kits that I could sell at craft shows or at the local boutique that we're in, or just, you know, kits that I could donate or just use for any purpose just to help me use up my supplies faster. Didn't work on that this month. I thought about it, thought about trying to come up with some Christmas kits, but never got around to it. Goal number 11 was to create 10 block sets per week. So this is for our handmade business that my husband and I have. We make decorative blocks, or just decorative wooden decor and paper craft gifts. And I wanted to create 10 each week just to kind of help me gear up for craft shows. We have a whole lot of craft shows in the fall, winter time period, and it seems like we're always struggling to keep up with inventory at that point. So this year I was wanting to try and create more throughout the year just to help build up the inventory. Well, in July, I made 6. I think I made more, but I was really bad about writing things down in my planner, like daily totals for July. So the only record I can find was for 6. But I know we were out of town quite a bit in July, just like short trips or camping trips, and then was really focused on using up paper this month. And then the third reason is I kind of hit that point where I'm not sure we're going to have craft shows this fall. I'm not sure they're going to happen, and if they do happen, I'm not sure they're going to be as big as they usually are. So I kind of just got sucked into a little hole here and was bummed about that, and just like, why would I create all this inventory if I'm not going to be able to sell it? So I'm back on the create the inventory train, because I'm hoping we can find some other avenues that we can sell if we don't have the craft shows, but July was kind of a miss on that for me. And then goal number 12 is another business goal, and that is to create at least an average of 3 YouTube videos per week. And this month I had 14 total videos on my channel, and then at least I think 4 videos on the Scrapping for Less channel. So in total I made 18 videos. 14 of those were posted on mine. And then my last goal was to use up at least one card kit, and this month I used 2. So these were Scrapping for Less card kits, and they were both Christmas themed, and so I decided to go ahead and use them both in my spirit of Christmas in July. So I used up a lot of paper this month, not so much other embellishments, but my focus was really on paper to help me get some Christmas crafting done. So my monthly stats, cards made for July were 198. Cards sent out or donated in July were 160. So I did send off a box to Cards for Soldiers that was fall themed cards, and so that is included in that number. Scrapbook pages made, 12, 14 videos posted, and then 6 blocks created. So you can see this month wasn't the most cards I've ever made. February kind of topped that out at 260. And this also wasn't the most cards that I donated, but this for sure was the least amount of blocks that I've made in a month. So, but that's okay. So I still feel really happy about how I did in July, and I know there's some goals I missed, but then some goals I also went above and beyond on. So to me, there's 14 goals here. I know I'm not going to hit every single goal every month. That's a lot. But if I can hit the majority of them, and if I find that I'm missing a goal every time, like in some of them I just kind of like look at throughout the year. Like I want to find ways, so far I've found a couple ways to use that paper for kits. It's just to kind of put it on my radar to make me think about it throughout the year. And then if I find I'm missing something every single month, then that's when I kind of need to reevaluate. But so far, I feel like I'm doing really well. So I'm good with the goals I have. So for August, like I mentioned before, I think I'm going to stick with the theme. So let me know if you would like to see Halloween or just like general fall as my theme for August. And girls are back in school, so hopefully I can find a better balance of the fun crafting and then, incorporating more blocks and just developing some new fall items as well. But that's what I have for you guys today. So guys, that's how I did for July. And here are my 2 precious girls that we're all happy they're back in school, right? Mm-hmm. But they came out while I was filming, so I decided to invite them in. But thanks so much for your time today, guys. I hope you are all doing well on your crafty goals. Would also love to hear about how you're doing, so shoot me a comment down below. But I hope you're all having a crafty day. Bye. Bye.